Yo ho, welcome back to Water. My name is Beast, and today we're actually back with YoaMae again after finishing making lovers after stories. So let's see where this depression will take us. I could feel the morning light through my eyelids. I hear the chirping birds outside my window. It feels kind of weird. So bed always this soft. I feel my eyes. The drowsiness is blown away in an instant. I fall asleep leaning against Feena's bed. I rewind my confused mind back to last night. After that, Feena's fatigue overcame her, probably because she wasn't as tense anymore. She was wobbling on her feet, so I put her to bed and stayed by her side for a while. That's as far as my memories go. I fell asleep like that. Of course, I didn't do anything bad. Feena wasn't the only one who was relieved of tension. She was sleeping like a doll, breathing peacefully. Even now, she looks entirely composed. She trained to sleep like that too. Can't help but be fascinated. Wait a minute. There's no time to be ogling her. I'll be in big trouble if someone finds me here. Anyway, I'll return to my room. The moment I think that and stand up,
恥ずかしいことをしてくれるのね。
Feena calls out to me. Oh! I thought my heart was going to jump out of my mouth.
おはようございます。
Feena?
達也もここで寝てしまったのね。
Feena speaks after sitting up. It looks like it. I didn't really do anything strange.
そう
No, I honestly didn't. Not a thing, I swear. I denied as much as I can.
大丈夫。信じているわ。
Panic.
さあ、そろそろミアが来る時間よ。こんなところミアが見たら気を失ってしまうわ。
Feena smiles. You're right. I'm going back to my room then. And I try standing up. My legs are numb. I can't put any strength in them.
どうしたの？
Well, I can't dawdle here. I have to return to my room quickly. Try to move my numb legs. However, my efforts are in vain. My knees lose their strength when I try to get up. Ah! Oh no. What a coincidence. Are you fucking kidding me? A fucking course-eat face plant right into her tits. Because what fucking else would he do? There's actually not that many save slots in this. That's a bit worrying. My head settles between Feena's breasts as though I'm practically embracing her. I feel the vision is covered by Feena's nightwear, and there's something soft pressing against my cheeks. My nose is filled with a flowery fragrance that makes my head spin.
達也？
Sorry! I try to get up in a panic, but it's absurdly difficult to move my legs. I end up struggling and pushing myself further into Feena. Sorry, I really am sorry! The more I squirm, the more my head goes
と
blind.
にかく落ち着いて。
What?
いいから落ち着きなさい。
Feena says that intently and wraps her arms around my neck. My mind shorts out. I feel the vision. My sense of touch. My sense of smell. They're all filled with Feena.
別に嫌だと言っているわけではないのです。
Huh? What did Feena just say?
落ち着いて。慌てていては立てるものも立てません。
Silently nod. That's the only thing I can do. I can hear a heartbeat. It's Feena's heart. It's subtle, but it's the sound of her presence. Tension leaves my whole body. What a soothing rhythm. Sorry, my legs went numb.
ええ、仕方のないことですよ。
Feena speaks from above my head. You can feel my vocal cords trembling through my ragged breath. Sorry. I apologize over and over. Despite that, I want to stay like this forever. I'm sure I can feel my desire to separate myself from Feena disappearing. Must be losing my mind to think like that in a calm
さ
manner.
あ、手をベッドについて。
Feena's arms loosen from my neck. Want to be held a little longer. But man's way she tells me, I put my strength into them. The sensation of Feena disappears from my head. So I manage to lift my legs.
皆様、お目覚めの時間です。達也、早く。
I raise myself in a hurry. However, just this appears to be a difficult situation. If we're using one, I'm using this one. Needless to say, Mia is frozen. Like a frozen mammoth. Not moving in the slightest. Here's a sigh from Feena. Thud. Mia slowly collapses.
Mia-chan, どうしたの?
I'm finished. I am
達也くん、
fucked.
女の子の部屋に忍び込んだ挙句、抱きつくとはどういうことなの?
There's nothing else to do. I can only hang my
お
head.
兄ちゃんのエッチ。
Mia's straightforwardness feels pleasant for some reason. Yeah, I'm a perverted guy. I can already run away barefoot with Jinda, like Jin does. He says that in his head. Might make me feel better if I yell that out loud. That's just how screwed I am right
達
now.
也くん、
Yes,
どういうことなの?
sorry.
事故なのでしょ?
I glance at Feena sitting beside me. She has her eyes cast down in apology. Well, now Feena
達也
feels...
くん、
Nessun's tone is serious. Of course it is. Nessun was responsible for Feena. They're trusting her to look after a princess. If something happens between Feena and her family members, it can't be laughed off. There was an accident. Feena is listening to my words with her eyes closed. Pain prickles my chest.
事故でなくては困ります。仮にも、フィーナ様は王女なのですよ。
さやか、そういうことを言うのはやめて。
Feena suddenly looks
い
up.
いえ、冗談で済むことと済まないことがあります。
Don't blame Feena. I'm the one at fault here.
かっこいいことを言ってもダメです。もしものことがあったら、謝るくらいじゃ済まなくなるのよ。軽々しくこういうことをしてもらっては困るわ。
お姉ちゃん、本気だったらいいの?
あら?
Nessun looks confused. By the way, Mia is still in a daze.
ともかく、達也くん、
さやか、
Feena interrupts Nessun in a firm tone.
達也ばかりを責めるのはやめて。抵抗しなかった私も悪いのです。わあ。
Mia Mai lets out a dried voice. Nessun gets dizzy.
いえ、今後はお互いに注意するということです。
はい、そうよね。もう仕事に行かないと。それじゃあ達也くん、しっかりね。
お姉ちゃん、応援してどうするの?
そういえば、疲れているのかしら。
She's already worn out. Nessun wobbles out of the living room. The rest of us watch Nessun leave without a word.
お兄ちゃん、本当に事故なの?
Mai stares at me. Yeah. Can't respond without stuttering. Because deep down, I'm attracted to Feena.
姫様はどのようにお考えで?
Mia finally speaks up.
意図してしたことではないわ。
Honestly, those were harsh words. My feelings are different from Feena's. Even though that should be obvious. I'm sorry, Feena.
いえ、いいのです。これから気をつければ。
This would have been over once the circumstances were explained if she were a normal girl. However, this morning's discovery threw the entire family into disarray. Makes me realize even more how special Feena
ミア、
is.
そろそろ朝食の準備をしてくれる? はい、ただいま。
Sorry for worrying you, Mia.
いいえ、事故ならいいんです。私も早とちりしてしまってすいませんでした。
Mia bows quickly and then heads to the kitchen.
さて、私も準備しよっと。
Mai follows Mia into the kitchen, leaving Feena and me in the living room. And hear the taps running in the kitchen.
ようやく落ち着きました。
Feena lets out a deep sigh as she says that. That was tough.
でも、こういうことを言っては、さやかに怒られそうだけれど、楽しかったわ。
It certainly wouldn't have happened if you hadn't come for a homestay.
王宮でこのようなことになったら、大騒ぎになってしまうわ。
She says that happily while staring through the window. Looking at it pains me. Feena literally lives in a different world. Even though I should fully understand that, part of me still can't accept it. Feena's heading towards a place I can't reach. An unavoidable, predetermined future. I don't want her to go. I want her to stay on Earth like this. Selfish fires have already taken root inside of me. Because I don't dare speak my thoughts, that goes inside my mind.
いい香りがしてきたわね。
Huh? Oh, yeah. Sweet fragrance flows from the living room.
卵焼きかしら。
Think so?
私、大好きなの。作り方は簡単なのに、どうして月にはないのかしら。
And how about you become the first person to introduce fried eggs to the moon? My chest prickles with pain again. Can't believe a joke like this gets me down. I really am hopeless.
作るのはきっとミヤだから、ミヤ焼きとでもしましょうか。
Let's go eat some Mia fry. Two of us get up at the same time. My left hand comes into contact with Feena's right hand. The sensation of her smooth skin takes my breath away.
爪が当たってしまいました。
Nope, I'm fine.
よかった。さあ、行きましょう。
Feena goes in to catch him. His cheeks look a little rose-colored as she passes by. As she passed. Our last homeroom ends. Natsuki rushes over to Feena's seat faster than Miyashita can leave the classroom.
もう帰れる？ええ、準備はできています。
You have something to do?
ちょっとね。
Natsuki's fidgeting like crazy.
じゃあ、私とフィーナは先帰るから。
Well, I'm going home soon too.
いいの。達也はゆっくり帰ってきて。
What the heck does that mean?
いいの。では私たちは急ぎますから。
Whatever, take care.
わかってるっちゅうに。また後で、達也。
Sure. Two of them flee the classroom without waiting for it to hear my response. Ding ding. Good afternoon. Air conditioning's on in the restaurant. It's 30 degrees Celsius outside, so it feels like paradise in here. The sweat dries off my torso and my shirt stops clinging to my skin.
やあ、達也くん。いつもより早いんじゃないかい？
Am I? Clock have arrived 10 minutes earlier than usual. Guess I walked faster since Natsuki went ahead of me.
こんな暑い日に早足で歩くことはないだろうに。
Jin smiles wryly. Is Natsuki back?
来てるよ。今、カレーに変身中だね。
There then. Sit down in a nearby chair. Salmon's changing room is for both guys and girls. Fall prey to her wooden spoon in the blink of an eye. I've walked in on Natsuki changing. No accidents do happen. I've been baptized by the wooden spoon once or twice before. There's a constant flow of customers doing their evening shopping outside the window. Children seem surprisingly energetic as they're pulled along by their parents under the merciless sun. I vaguely recall my own mother. My old man disappears. She raised both Mai and myself on her own. My memories of her leading me by the hand are already far into the distance. I only remember what she looked like just before she passed away. I never expected my family to disappear like that. Those remaining are walking through life without a map. It's amazing we're managing a homestay when you think about it like that. Something's being placed on the table. Look up and see water being poured into a cup. Thanks,
どう
Natsuki.
いたしまして。
Wait a second. That doesn't sound like Natsuki, but I nervously turn around.
Natsuki じゃなくてすみません。
Feena is standing there wearing Salmon's waitress uniform. Her white porcelain skin and silver-colored hair, Feena's most radiant features stand out even more now. She's wearing a flashy, colorful uniform. Contrast in colors is dazzling. Coupled with the dignified atmosphere she normally carries with her, the sense of presence is overwhelming. Most of all, she's
お
beautiful.
かしいところはないかしら。
No. I shake my head with a wobble. I drink the water Feena brought to moisten my parched throat.
達也が最初のお客様ね。
First, you're gonna be working here?
ええ。と言っても今日だけよ。以前夏希に誘われたの。
Didn't think that Natsuki had brought that up when Feena made dinner. See, you're the one trying anything that comes. You're one to try anything that comes your way. Well, thanks to that, I could see you in a cute outfit.
達也、これはお仕事なのですよ。
Feena says that stiffly. Sorry.
悪い気はしませんけど。
She puts her hand over her mouth with a wry smile.
なんだか楽しそうね。
Yo.
何が、言うよ。鼻の下伸ばしちゃって。でも、フィーナの格好見たらそんなもんか。どこかおかしいかしら。
Feena surveys the body restlessly.
似合いすぎるって話。そうかしら。私は夏希の方が似合っていると思うけれど。あら、やだ、もう。
Natsuki waves her hands wildly and blushes. Kind of like an old granny.
うるさい。ほら、達也は早く着替えてきてよ。接客の練習しなくちゃいけないんだから。
Oh yeah. I drained a cup of water and headed back towards the backyard.
いらっしゃいませ。
To finish changing and return to the floor, Feena is practicing her voice projection. The refreshing, trailing narrative reverberates inside the store. Her voice did carry, but unfortunately it's lacking in volume. Reasonable training along with exercise is necessary in order to project a clearer voice. It's not something that can be managed in a brief span of time. How's it going? Natsuki is standing on the opposite side of the floor watching Feena.
通るんじゃない？声量は鍛えなきゃどうしようもないから、こんなもんでしょ。
Natsuki has the same opinion as I do.
達也、そこまで聞こえる？
Yeah. Make the okay sign with my hand.
もう少し離れてもらえるかしら。
I think this much is enough.
でも、お客様がいらしたら声が通りにくくなるでしょ。
That's true.
自分の声が届く範囲を知っておきたいのです。
Got it. Head to the kitchen from the
いらっしゃいま
hallway. You can hear her only faintly, probably because of obstructions in the way. I'm afraid the customers won't be able to hear her once they come in.
せ。いらっしゃいませ。いらっしゃいませ。
Feena calls out a few times as it didn't give the okay. She tries her hardest without cutting any slack. She's probably doing it out of a strong sense of responsibility towards her job. Feena's sincerity always surprises me. Okay! Head towards Feena after saying that. Seems it's kind of impossible for her to reach the kitchen.
わかりました。本番では気をつけることにするわ。
Feena says that with satisfaction. Will your throat be okay?
大丈夫よ。こんな大きな声を出したのは久しぶり。
She has that as though invigorated after her exercise and pours a cup of water from the pitcher. That's the cup I used just now. Feena soon brings the cup to her mouth without paying any attention to
お
it.
いしい。
Hey,
何かしら。
that glass is...
ごめんなさい。思わず。代わりを持ってくるわ。
Oh, no. I thought she'd hate having an indirect kiss from me. I don't particularly mind. I can faintly hear Feena gasp.
ならここに置いておくわね。
Sure. Does Feena not mind either? Or does she simply not know what an indirect kiss is? There's no way to be sure.
次は何を練習したらいいかしら。
Glance at Natsuki to get her opinion. Huh, Natsuki disappears sometime before I notice. Jen isn't here either.
夏希ならさっき出て行きましたよ。
Let's see, I wonder if she went shopping.
それで次は何を？
Let me see, try taking it from the beginning when the customer comes
え
in.
え、お願いします。
Begin practicing after I teach Feena about the fundamental routines. Play the role of the customer. Ding ding.
いらっしゃいませ。
She welcomes me with an exceptional smile. Even though I know it's a business smile, it makes my heart beat
1名
faster.
様ですか？こちらのお席へどうぞ。
She picks the seat furthest back along the wall. She hands me a moist hand towel and the glass already filled with water. There hasn't been a slip-up so far. I left carbonara and Caesar salad then. I went bring me a coffee after the meal. Feena listens to me intently and writes it down on a slip. She might be doing it unconsciously, but Feena lightly moves her lips and recites the menu. It's very cute of her.
ご注文を繰り返します。カルボナーラとシーザーサラダ。
食後にコーヒーですね。
She repeats some order without a pause. There's no problem with her speaking volume at this distance. The importance actually lies in the clarity and pronunciation. Feena excels on that point. At any rate, her pronunciation is that of one educated from a royal family. Yes, please.
はい、少々お待ちくださいませ。
Feena bows and leaves the table. I have no objections about her service. Okay, that's enough. Inform her that the training is
どうだ
complete.
ったかしら。
I think it'll be just fine.
よかった。
She looks relieved. Didn't notice it at all, but it seems she was nervous. Then all that's left is to explain the arrangement of items. Then and when I get up,
そんなレッスンで満足していていいのかな？
suddenly a theatrical voice comes flying out.
ジンさん、
What are you playing at? Jin is standing in the kitchen at dawn.
お楽しみのところ悪いがね、お客様がそんないい人ばかりとは限らないよ。
What do you mean by fun?
公園のベンチで語り合うカップルを見ているようだったと言っているのだよ。
まあ、
Jin!
何かね？
Bothering Feena by saying that.
困るの？
私は。
Feena is hesitating, which is unusual. Could be wrong, but somewhere it looks like her neck is
Ma-
turning red.
二人がそんな調子なのは分かった。
Jin consents alone to himself.
それはいいとして、やはり悪質なお客様への対応も身につけておくべきだろう。
はい、その通りだと思います。
As the conversation turns back to work, Feena regains her normal
それに
attitude.
達也君だって嫌なお客様にぶつかったことは何度もあるだろう。
I can't deny that.
では達也、その時の状況を練習してみましょう。
There are a ton of examples when it comes to unpleasant customers in the service industry. On the other hand, acting that part is...
よーし、僕がお客様の役をやろう。
Jin claps his chest. I think he wanted to do this from the start. Jin, you're well suited to that role.
後で変わってくれと言っても承服しかねるぞ。
My sarcasm quickly gets swept away. I wasn't gonna ask that.
では僕は外に出るよ。
Jin exits the
こ
store.
ういうことがお好きなのね、ジンさんは。
Jin would be a terrible customer even normally. You should watch out. I don't know what he's up to.
その方が真に迫った練習ができるわ。
Feena has plenty of motivation too. Watch over her while standing a short distance away.
あー、暑いなー。
Jin enters with a pompous attitude.
いらっしゃいませ。
お姉ちゃん、クーラー強くしてよ、クーラ
He ignores Feena, and then sits down at a four-person table after yelling. How splendid. He's an unbending, obnoxious customer. Is he really apt?
お客様、こちらのお席の方が涼しいですよ。
Feena's smile doesn't break as she casually recommends him a two-person seat.
おー、そうか。
Jin gets up from his seat.
やるわね。
Natsuki was beside me before I realized. She has a wooden spoon, her specialized weapon in her hand. Feena quickly prepares a moist hand towel and water.
ああ、ありがとね、お姉ちゃん。
Jin takes the towel and wipes off his face, his neck, and even his arms. Feena's eyebrow twitches.
あれ？
どうされましたか？
Jin gazes at Feena from head to
お
toe.
姉ちゃん、かわいいなー。
ありがとうございます。
Feena isn't phased by this, just this much. And I'm sure she's used to being called cute.
顔もいいし、胸もいいね。
Yeah, I feel like they're taking. I feel like even if you want to teach her how to interact with like obnoxious customers, look, being over here like, hey, your face is pretty and you got some nice tits is not the smartest thing to do when it's like a fucking princess. Or
腰もキュッとして、このスカートなんてもう。
He plays as a perp dirty old man. This is the first time I've seen Jin this splendid.
オーダーはお決まりでしょうか？
Feena's voice becomes a little more demanding, but she's still enduring
カ
it.
レ
申し訳ございません。当店ではカレーはお出ししていないのですが、こちらのパスタはいかがでしょうか？当店のおすすめとなっております。
ー。ああ、じゃあこのナポリタン一つ。あれだお姉ちゃん。本当のイタリア料理屋にはナポリタンなんてないんだぜ。
自分で言うなって。
Natsuki retorts in 0.5 seconds.
なるほど。勉強になります。 それではオーダーを復唱します。
Feena repeats his order. I'm sure she feels like she's crossed over the mountain. There's a ring of relief in her voice. She's being naive. The real battle begins here. Feena will head towards the kitchen after this. She'll have her back turned to Jin for the first time since he's entered the store. Not to mention that Jin is a dirty old man right now. I'm sure that's when he'll make his
以上
move.
でよろしいでしょうか。
なあ、ちゃっちゃと頼むよお姉ちゃん。
はい、少々お待ちくださいませ。
Feena bows, then turns around. It's at that moment that Jin's hands move. He's targeting Feena's rear. It doesn't look like Natsuki noticed Jin's movements. This is practice. Can't really be trying to touch her. This is Jin we're talking about. Hypothetically, it's possible. Jin's hands slowly draw near Feena. He'll reach her backside in just a few moments. Jin is someone other than me is going to touch Feena. He might be acting. However, just imagining the what-ifs fill my chest with pain. Feena! This... I lose my patience and yell out. Jin's hands withdraw momentarily.
どうしたの？練習中なのよ。
Feena didn't notice Jin's movement, stares at me with a somewhat accusing look. Jin tried to touch you, Feena.
演技だよ演技。
そんなことしてたの？
Natsuki hangs her
気が
head.
つかなかったわ。
だから後ろを見た瞬間が狙われるんだね。
Jin nods to himself.
何納得してるのよ。もうほんとごめんね、こんな兄さんで。
Natsuki apologizes.
いいじゃないか。ナイトが守ってくれたんだし。
ジンさん、また仕方のないことを。
What do you mean her knight?
恥ずかしがることはないじゃないか。達也君のさっきの顔なんて危機迫るものがあったよ。クワバラクワバラ。
Like Jin's over here like... like Tatsuya just gets up and shouts because to warn Feena earlier, and he's just like, I'm going to go ahead and change my pants real quick. Jin gets up with a wry
ビーナちゃんな
smile.
らきっとうまくやれると思うよ。何せこの僕が触れなかったくらいだからね。
はい、ありがとうございます。
Feena bows with a smile.
賑やかにやってるな。
Pops comes in from the backyard with a smile. I glance at the clock. It's already close to opening
サモ
time.
ンさん、お世話になります。
何いいって。その代わりお客様じゃ困るぞ。しっかり。
はい。
Feena responds cheerfully. It's time we got ready, Natsuki.
オッケー。フィーナは私を手伝って。
わかったわ。
さて僕も仕込みの続きを。
おいジン、まだ終わってないのか？はははじゃない。さっさとしろ。
So everyone gets busy and starts working. This is just another case of like, this is literally the worst thing to force the first route to be. Like, for me at the very least. Like, yes, make the first route be like a forced, let's make it so you're forced to pick one route first. And then let's make that route the bullshit, oh no, she's a princess, therefore I shouldn't be going for that. And she's gonna be married off to someone else anyway at some point. And she goes back to the moon. And I just sit over here like, I don't want to be here anymore. Ow, motherfucker. My toe. Sam's opens in a few hours. Honestly, the way Feena works surprises me. She couldn't do everything from the get-go, but she really learned everything and never repeated the same
こ
mistakes.
ちらは2番さんでいいのかしら。
Yeah, go ahead.
達也、レジに入ります。
Leave it to me.
4番テーブルのセッティングをお願い。ご予約のお客様がいらっしゃるわ。
Understood. As time passes, Feena and I continue to change roles like that. Her service skills are excellent, of course. She doesn't waste any movements in her steps, and she entrances the people who watch her.
すごいわね。
Yep.
あそこまで行くと天才ね。可愛いし、 勉強もできるし、ウェイトレスもできるし。能力の3割でもいいから分けてほしいわね。
Natsuki is also amazing in a sense with her good looks, academic skills, and talent as a waitress. But Feena is doing her best, isn't she?
うん。だから憎めなくて困っちゃう。
Natsuki smiles. Let's try hard as well so we don't lose to her.
そうね。でも達也、最近フィーナと仲いいんじゃない？
No, I haven't.
すぐ照れるんだから。
Natsuki giggles.
私の目はごまかせないわよ。女の私が憧れるくらいだから、男の子が好きになっちゃうのも仕方ないか。
Rather than love, it's more like approval. Nah, it's not like that. I wanted to walk alongside her. Sorry, I can't explain it why. Well, I end up confessing my feelings for some reason. Because I'm talking to Natsuki.
ご就寝じゃない。
Oh no, how Feena feels though.
そりゃそうね。分かったら怖いし。だから結局は自分の問題なのよ。
Yeah.
そっか。達也がフィーナをね。
Natsuki stays silent after saying that. That's confirmation. That's confirmation. She likes him even in the common route, probably. Feena drops the glass.
わお。
Yeah.
出番よないとさ。
Stop that. Face stiffens as I head over to Feena. Are you okay? Talk to Feena in a low voice.
怪我はないわ。
Good. You have to apologize to customers at times of these.
失礼いたしました。
Sorry. Pick the non-dangerous big pieces of glass and carry them on the
わか
plate.
りました。あとは私がやるわ。私が落としたものだし。
It's fine. Let's do it together.
ええ。
Can't use the broom since we have customers in the middle of their meals. Two of us pick scattered pieces of glass. Careful not to cut your hand.
達也も。
One piece, two pieces. Fragments start to pile up. Notice that Feena's body is close enough to touch. Smell the faint scent of sweat mingled with the flowery fragrance. It's a mysterious scent that almost puts me into daze. Huh? And comes in contact with Feena's over the last fragment. Must be what they call slender white fingers. Feena's fingers are white, thin, and most elegant. What? And move elegantly. That's why I observe as our hands come into contact.
達也、拾わないと。
Sorry. Pick up the last fragment, reluctant to part. You throw it away in the glass-only trash box and return back to
あ
the
りが
floor.
とう。助かったわ。やはり先輩は頼もしいわね。
Well, you know it, you'll be just as good as
達
this.
也はいつからこの仕事を？
Ever since I started school, so this is my third year here.
夏希もその頃から？
I think she did formerly. That was her house too, so she's been helping out since she was a kid.
もう2年も達也と夏希は働いているのね。確かにこちらから見ていても本当に息が合っていたわ。
Yeah, it's because we do it almost every day. Natsuki and I have been inseparable ever since we were kids, but it's nothing more than that. I've become worried that Feena might get the
よ
wrong
くないわ
idea.
ね。時間に嫉妬するなんて。
Feena says that in a mumble. Huh?
いえ、私も頑張らないと。いらっしゃいませ。
Welcome. Come on, Feena.
ええ、閉店まで頑張りましょう。
Feena heads towards the customer after saying that. We're done closing up, and each of us is relaxing in a chair.
どうだった？一日働いてみて。
Natsuki asks Feena while handing her some vegetable juice.
とても楽しかったわ。やはり汗をかくのはいいものね。
何かの勉強になった？
正直なところ、目の前のことで精一杯で勉強。
はじめは誰でもそんなものよ。
毎日学院に通って放課後はこんなお仕事をしているなんて、二人ともすごいバイタリティ。
Oh, you have to factor in our living expenses too.
そうね。
休憩中すまん。ちょっといいか？
はい。
どうしたの？
いつもより早いんだが、給料を渡しておこうと思ってな。
Salmon's payday is on the 25th. It certainly is early.
明日から夏休みだろ？その軍資金さ。
'Tis the season. Feena quietly gets behind.
おいおい、どこ行くんだ？まずはフィーナからだぞ。
私ですか？
ああ、きちんと仕事をした人にはきちんとお礼。 そうじゃなきゃお天道様が西から上がっちま
Salmon says that with a grin.
ありがとうございます。
う。じゃ、フィーナ、
はい。
お疲れ様。ありがとう。
He hands Feena a light brown
ちゃん
envelope.
と明細を確かめるんだぞ。俺が強欲店長かもしれないからな。
はい。
Feena takes out about 3,000 yen in notes from the envelope.
確かに受け取りました。
どうだ、感想は。
とても嬉しいです。
Feena answers enthusiastically. She really does look happy.
よし。あとはお前ら。
He hands us envelopes in order.
なんか存在じゃない？
Yeah. Anyway, Feena learned to check her payment carefully. Anyway, Feena learned to check her payment carefully. By the way, we normally don't.
いつもの分は引いといたからな。
Okay. The usual means the portion of my salary I save in the bank each month. Actually, Actually, please don't purposely bring it up here.
いいじゃない。恥ずかしがることじゃないわ。
何のこと？
達也はね、うちにもしものことがあった時のために、毎月積み立てをしてるの。
Natsuki ignores me and starts to explain, because it's pointless to keep it a secret. Wanted to hand it to Nason directly at first, but she wouldn't accept it. She told me to use it for myself.
さやかの気持ちはわかります。
I do too, so I let Pops deposit my share in secret.
それを元手に俺がギャンブルで少しずつ増やすって寸法さ。
アホ！
Well, that's the gist of it. Feena stares at me.
素晴らしいことだわ、達也。
She praises me with a serious look. It's a ticklish feeling. Thanks. But it's not something I do to get praise.
ええ、わかっているわ。達也はそんな人ではないもの。
Ah. Feels so grateful that it makes me ashamed.
達也真っ赤！
フィーナにはかなわんな。
Don't
どういう
remind
意味
him.
ですか？
いやいや、いいんだ。
Ding ding.
こんばんは。
お、腹を空かせたのが来たな。
Each member of the Asagiri household enters the store
おい、
noisily.
ジン、できてるか？
はっはっはっはっは。食べさせるのが惜しいくらいの出来だよ。
じゃあ、ご飯にしよっか。
I'm hungry.
ええ、今日はさすがに。
Feena smiles. Satisfied looks makes me feel even more happy. Satisfied look makes me feel even more happy. I think I accidentally said looks. Man, just have them end up together finally. I'm getting sick and tired of this, like, oh no, I can never walk next to her. Bullshit. Please, come on. Stop that. The first school term has ended. The school ends this morning. At the same time, it quietly announces the beginning of the end of Feena's study abroad. Return home earlier than usual and cool down on the porch after walking the dogs. My shirt is sticking to my skin just from walking around. Summer's seriously hot this year. I recall what happened yesterday. Feena worked in salmons for the first time. I'm sure she won't forget it even after returning to the moon. Feena heats up a little just by saying her name. What is it about Feena that I like? Beauty, dignified atmosphere, straight way of thinking, a strong sense of responsibility, determination to withstanding tough times by herself. It's not just one thing. Of all those things combined, they make Feena who she is. I completely understand that. However, should I tell her how I feel? I'm sure she would turn me down. If Feena cares for me, she can't respond to my feelings. What awaits me is the same harsh parting from my childhood. However, there is always a point in getting closure. Suddenly having something ripped away like that would leave one far more restless because one can never be certain if there was a chance something could have been. It is always better to crash and burn than to forever fucking wonder what if I did it and she actually said yes. The human mind seeks certainty more so than anything else. And by just leaving it by just keeping it all in, you are deriving your own mind of that certainty of what would have happened if you had done that. Suppose it'll be for the best to leave Feena with enjoyable memories of her home.
どうしたの？深刻な顔して。
No, it's the Natsuki standing in front of me. She's wearing her uniform, just back from school. It's you, Natsuki.
何よ、その言い草は。暗い顔してるからせっかく声かけたのに。
The Italians wrap themselves around Natsuki's legs.
冷たいご主人様を持ってかわいそうに。
Natsuki leans over and pets each of them on the head. Sorry.
いいわよ。大方フィーナのことでも考えてたんでしょ？
Can you tell?
まあね。暗くなるのも仕方ないと思う。相手が相手だし。
What do you think I should do? She stops petting the Italian.
それを私に聞く？
Huh?
なんでもない。
Natsuki starts stroking the dogs a second
きつい
time.
と思うけど、頑張って。もちろん、責任は自覚してね。
That can apply to anything.
でも、達也は自覚できていなかったから、好きになっちゃったんじゃないの？ま、骨はみんなで拾ってあげるから、頑張って。
It's just Natsuki says, fall in love with someone I shouldn't. Instead of Feena and the others around her, I should never have fallen for her. Despite knowing that Natsuki is supporting me, I'm grateful, but thankful from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Huh? Natsuki's already gone when I look up. The Italians are in the garden. Only the Italians are in the garden, staring at me curiously.
達也、
I hear Feena calling me from the house. Feena steps out of the living room as I turn
夏
around.
希が来ていたようだけれど。
Yeah, she dropped by on her way home.
そう。
Feena's voice feels slightly depressed.
達也は今日もお仕事？
Yeah, what time is it?
4時15分ね。
Got to get going soon then. Feena, will be awake and get salmons today?
私もこの後仕事が入ってしまって。
Will you be late?
どうかしら。達也と同じくらいの時間には帰ってこられると思うわ。
Bad princesses don't get summer break.
そうね。でも、
Have to fulfill the duties you were given, right?
え？
Feena smiles. Why is that? Can't tell why specifically, but Feena doesn't feel like her usual self. She really wants to talk about something else. We delved into a simple conversation without bringing it up. Well, I have to go.
また後で会いましょう。
Yep, hang in there too,
達
Feena.
也も。
I head towards salmons as Feena sees me off with a smile. The Italians stare at me as usual. Another view, Fema Femme Earthlight. I'm sighing a lot more today. I know I shouldn't, but I keep doing it more and more. A warm wind blows from the garden, caressing my hair. Tatsuya was sitting on the porch earlier. His atmosphere still lingers. Tatsuya has a warm presence.
Tatsuya.
He's honest. Sometimes his clumsiness infuriates me, but he lives a straightforward life. The night I bowed to him, the night I depended on him with my unseemly appearance, something inside me changed. I can walk together with him. That's what I felt. However, this love is not one to be permitted. It will cause trouble for too many people. Even though I feel that, love isn't something that should cause others trouble.
姫様、そろそろお時間が。
Mia calls out beside me. I can't believe I didn't notice her come out. What's gotten into me? My retainers will laugh at me if I had to work in this state.
わかりました。ミア、着替えを手伝ってもらえるかしら。
はい、準備はできております。
Straighten my face and get up. He's finished changing right about now. He's heading to the floor. He looks really good as a waiter. Oh no, my guard is down again.
姫様、お加減でも？
いいえ、大丈夫よ。さあ、行きましょう。
フィーナ様、お熱いところ申し訳ございません。
Cotton bows
いえ
courteously.、
構いません。
先日はお仕事をされたそうで、
耳が早いわね。
申し訳ございません。
いいのよ。それが仕事でしょ。
はい、 それでいかがでしたか？
楽しかったわ。それにお給料もいただいたの。
それはよろしゅうございました。
初任給でミヤに何か買ってあげようかしら。
あやかりたいものですね。では参りましょう。
ええ。
Karen accompanies me as I walk forth. Come to think of it, wasn't Tatsuya pinned down by the guard around here? There's no evidence remaining of the event on the stone pavement. A little sad about that. The room reflects the owner's personality. Karen's office is plain and well organized. The figures of father and mother on the wall. Is it my imagination, or has the photograph of my mother been placed in a better frame? Well, I'll pretend I didn't see anything.
どうぞおかけください。
Prompted by Karen, I sit down
カレ
on
ン
the
も座っ
sofa.
て。
失礼します。
Karen sits down on the opposite side. The figure of Karen, who was trained in military arts, is quite beautiful. I heard she refused all her marriage proposals. I wonder if she has someone in mind. Living only for work makes for an unhappy life. It's probably about time she draws the
あ
line.
なたはもう下がっていいわ。呼ぶまでここへは人を入れないように。
The maid who brought Karen tea steps back. Karen waits for the maid to leave the room, then speaks.
朝霧家はいかがです？
It's unusual for Karen to get to the chase.
みな、とてもよくしてくれます。ミヤも最近は我が家のように働いています。お隣の高見沢の方々も良い人ばかりです。
それはよろしゅうございました。追ってさやかに礼を言っておきます。
そうしてあげて。
最近お顔が柔らかくなられました。
That might be due to Tatsuya. That's what I immediately think.
そうかしら。
はい。達也くんのおかげでしょうか。
Feena just sits there. Fuck. Now I know why I was called here today. And Karen knows about it. The way I feel about Tatsuya.
カレン。
申し訳ございません。
What am I getting angry for? This is Karen's job. It would be wrong to blame her.
いえ、そうでなくては。
恐れ入ります。
ええ。
達也くんとのことはすでに聞いております。一国の姫としてご留学先の者と恋に落ちることについてはどう思われますか？
He's making a mistake. I have to respond that way. That's what it means to fulfill my
間違ってい
responsibilities.
るわ。
I look Karen straight in the eyes, I reply.
私もそう思います。月の民は姫を信じて地球に送り出したのです。民の信頼を裏切るおつもりですか？
Study abroad this time began with international coordination, an increase in embassy staff, and enormous costs. Naturally, that comes out of the national treasury, namely the subject's taxes.
申し訳ないと思っています。
どうすべきかは分かっていらっしゃいますか？
言われるまでもありません。
I have to extinguish these feelings. If I can't let anyone know. That's the way it is.
心中お察し申し上げます。どうしてもお辛いということでしたら留学を早期に切り上げることも検討しております。
私がなすべきことをすれば問題のないことです。
My tone becomes harsh. Even I can't control myself well.
私は陛下から姫の婿様について一任されております。
In other words, Karen is the one who will decide my
初耳だ
husband.
けれど。
地球に来る前に拝命いたしました。
そう。
はい。その立場から言っても達也くんとのお付き合いは賛同しかねます。
達也を悪く言うつもりですか？
達也くん自身には問題ございませんがいかんせんご身分が釣り合いません。
I don't know when, but I've started gripping the top of my knees tight.
これ以上達也くんとお近づきになるようですと彼にも辛い思いをさせることになってしまいます。
もうよい。
それは私としても。
もうよい。私はなすべきことをする。
I was already heading to the door before I realized. My head was reeling with irritation. Cotton is correct. Saika is also right for informing Cotton. The one who has done something wrong is me. It is none other than me. Even though I should have known this would happen. Why did I fall in love with Tatsuya?
お許しください。
Another view and work's over for the day. Couldn't concentrate much since my mind was on Feena. I'm slightly worn out as a result. Sit down on a chair and exhale slowly. Like, this still has no way of actually ending well, unless it turns out that after fucking off, his father just kinda acquired a social standing to warrant making Tatsuya her husband. But that feels just kind of like... that feels out of nowhere. Like, that feels like something where you unlock the route later on and beforehand you, like, learn some stuff about the father, what kind of person he is, which could potentially clue you into, like, him potentially getting something like that through his hard work or something. Or some bullshit like that. But no, because this is the first route, it just doesn't feel like that is what's gonna happen. Sit down in a chair and exhale slowly. Ding ding.
こんばんは。
All members of the Asagiri household enter with the Maya's energetic voice leading the way. Feena is with us too. Luckily Feena made it in time for dinner. Good work, Feena.
達也も。
Feena's refreshing smile. My fatigue from work is healed just from that. Finished work faster than I thought you would.
ええ、ちょっとした調整だけだったから。
That's good then.
みんな、料理を運ぶから席についてくれ。
Pops' voice flies out of the kitchen. Have a seat, Feena. We arrive at the dining table and sit face to face. Food is brought out soon after and dinner starts. Feena slowly brings food to her mouth across the table. The appearance of Feena eating is as elegant as playing a musical instrument. However, that only applies to the usual Feena. This time I sense bewilderment from her, as though she's playing her instrument in the wrong key. What on earth happened? Feena stops moving her hands with a sigh and looks up. Her eyes meet with mine. I'm unable to read the emotions flowing in the depths of her eyes. For some reason, I'm more worried than I'm embarrassed. Feena, I feel like there's a weight on my chest. Keep searching her eyes for some sort of clue. And also gazes at me the entire time. This is awkward! Come on, you two! Huh? Everyone looks at us. To them, it looks like Feena and I are gazing into each other's eyes in front of everyone.
あはははは。
My dry laugh spreads.
すみません、食事中に。
お兄ちゃん、もうフィーナさんと。
You've got it wrong. Right, Feena? Silence settles in. All eyes are on Feena.
達也とは、そういった関係ではありません。
Feena says it like she's squeezing each word out. She isn't saying it to hide her embarrassment. In other words, Feena doesn't actually feel that way. Nah. Why is that? To me, it doesn't look like Feena's telling the truth. She should tell us without hesitation if that's how she truly feels. It's my dad. Why does she look like she's in so much pain?
姫様。
Mia looks at Feena with concern. Feena casts her eyes down and bites her lip. Then her expression returns to normal.
失礼しました。
何？気にするな。よし、食事を続けよう。
そう、心ゆくまで僕の料理を楽しんでくれたまえ。
お前が作ったのはサラダだけだろうが。
そういうことは言わなくてよいのだよ。
うるせえ。
Natsuki laughs with embarrassment.
この人たちは無視しちゃっていいんで、さっさと食べちゃおうか。うん。みやちゃん、パスタ取ってもらえるかな。はい、かしこまりま
した。So dinner resumes. Can I get something for you, Feena?
ええ、サラダをお願い。
Feena hands me a plate. My eyes meet with Feena's again the moment I take it. Trimming glowing green eyes waver. Can't see the bottom, as if I'm looking into a deep well. I have a hunch that whatever she's hiding is some
トマ
salt.
ト多めに取ってくれる？
Feena puts on a smile as she says that. Sure, leave it to me. I also respond with a hearty smile. However, that unsettling feeling in my chest doesn't go away. It's forcing herself for some reason when it comes to me. Could be that. Finished drinking the after dinner tea. I'm cooling down on the porch. My niece and I've gone up to the second floor. And I should feel tired. I don't feel drowsy at all. It's because I'm thinking about Feena. What could Feena be thinking? Or when I'd left for work, everything seemed normal.
達也とはそういった関係ではありません。
Fena's words repeat in my head. As she says, she'll reject my feelings if I tell her. But it sounded like she was repressing something at the same time. What made Feena say that?
達也、
Noble voice calls my name. I lower my gaze and see Feena standing by the garden.
隣よろしいかしら？
Sure. I shift aside to make room for Feena.
失礼するわね。
Feena's the sound on the porch, taking care not to wrinkle her skirt. Cold wind blows, tickling my nose with the scent of shampoo. Is everyone at?
もう部屋に戻ったわよ。達也が外を見てぼんやりしているから心配してたわ。
I see.
この時間になると外の方が涼しいわね。
Suppose it is. Conversation comes to a stop there. Silence makes me afraid. I have the slightest idea what Feena will say
達
next.
也、夕食の時は雰囲気を悪くしてしまってすみませんでした。
It's fine. There's no reason behind it.
ええ、
She replies with a sigh while staring straight ahead. Glanced sideways at her face. She has a stiff, stuffed expression. It was the same expression I saw when we parted on that distant day. A hair-raising sensation runs through my body. I'm sure a ton of emotions are squirming inside her. From the time she was a child to this moment, I was ruminating on all these emotions. Something precious will disappear from me again. That day back then, the difference in our social standing tore me and Feena apart. I could only watch in blank amazement. It wasn't just that day. The old man disappeared. My mom passed away. I watched in a daze as my precious things broke apart. It's probably because no matter what I could have done, it wouldn't have changed the result. The only thing that remained in me is regret. Standing, social status, time. I certainly don't have the power to change those. However, I can go against it. Only the person himself can choose whether or not to go against it. Back in my mind and my body settles down all of a sudden. A small but powerful light, like a meteor inside of me. To fight against it. I'll fight against the external pressure. Even if I lose Feena as a result, I'll accept all the blame no matter how harsh it is. To lose while fighting or to lose without fighting. If those are my choices, then I choose to fight. Feena,
達也、
Feena cuts me off with a strong tone.
今日私が呼び出されたのは縁談が決まったからなの。
Yeah, don't you fucking lie like that.
私の夫が決まったわ。
We know that we only know that we know who's deciding it. I 100% can tell you right fucking now. She's only saying that to dissuade him from saying anything. Feena stares into my eyes. Can't be. That can't be. Hot sensation runs through my body. Grip my teeth. Hands
国の
tremble.
ためには一番良い相手です。私は満足しています。
Feena bites down on her lip. She is suppressing her emotions. Her face eloquently speaks all too well of her sorrow and regret. I clench my fist. Whole body stops shaking. Bite down on my lip. Of course it is for the sake of strengthening my resolve. I don't hear it anymore. Sound of the wind, Feena's voice. The voice of my own confusion. None of them. Feena. Press Feena's hand tightly. Feena's hand opened wide. Touch her tender cheeks without a hand. Feena
達也
puts her hands on top of mine and gently wraps it around hers. She closes her eyes and pushes my hand intently against her cheeks. A tear flows from the corner of Feena's eye. Passes over the embankment of her long eyelashes, down her cheeks, and drips onto her knee. Burn each passing moment into my memory like it's going in slow motion.
けれど許されるものではありません。
Feena gets up the moment she says that. Feena! Tightly grip Feena's hand. Feena pulls away from even that and runs outside the house. The shrill sound of her heels goes far into the residential area, late into the night. I have to chase after her. Take 2 or 3 steps, then realize that I don't have my shoes on. If Feena's wearing heels, I can't chase her like this. Damn it! I run into the living room. Another view, Feena, Fam, Earthlight. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. Sound of my heels ring to the shopping district. Where am I running to? I don't know. What have I done to Tatsu? I don't know. What kind of face did I show him? I don't know. I don't know anything. There's simply a hot, dizzy sensation running through my head. When I come to my senses, I realize that I'm near the river. There's no sign of Tatsu chasing after me. Can't see Tatsu. Tears flow out endlessly when I think that. Don't cry. I mustn't cry. Princess shedding tears of all things. My tear ducts burn every time I think that.
達也
My tears run into my mouth. They're salty and I can't help crying again. Why did I start running? I'm not sure even after thinking about it. I suppose I'm afraid that if Tatsuya had touched me any longer, everything had been holding back and my heart would have burst out. Never realized I was so tender-hearted. Just from Tatsuya calling my name, just from Tatsuya touching me, it makes my heart sore. If Tatsuya told me to die, I would die. That's how I feel. Moon floats in the sky as if hung by a fine thread, portraying everyone living here at this rate. Father, Karan, Sayakan, I'll be letting down so many people. Even though I've always tried so hard to become a commendable queen like Mother, even that will come to naught. But what should I do? It's obvious what I must do. Return to the house and apologize to Tatsuya for my impoliteness, to abandon my feelings. I know that. But even though I know that, I can't do it. Stop and look over my shoulder. Tatsuya isn't chasing after me. There's no reason why he should, because I rejected Tatsuya's feelings. Despite that, I turn around again. I feel sad for my excessive foolishness. But still, I turn around. Everything is all a mess. My head, my heart, my body, all of them are moving on their own, as if they aren't really a part of me.
達也
Another view end. Feena isn't in the shopping district. Feena! Her voice echoes through the area over and over. There's no response. Damn it! Start running again. I'm not going anywhere in particular. I have to look everywhere Feena might go. There's nobody at the riverbank as far as I can see. Run through the Lunarian district quarters and arrive at the embassy. Won't be able to reach her if she passes the gate. Feeling that Feena isn't here. If she's thinking of me even a little, she'll be wavering between her official and personal standpoints. If that's the case, then this place is the center of her troubles. To give up on everything if she runs here. If she's run here. Not here. Be in trouble if she, Not here? My throat is parched, while my joints are in pain. She's not here either. Where else is there? Places Feena would go. Think back to when I met Feena. Shopping district. Riverbank. Residential district. The embassy, the hill, the academy, the park. Where else could she be? I forced myself up, seen a monument on top of the hill. There. I once hung out with Feena over there. She might be there. A high towering monument. It's actually quite far away. No body's in pain or refuses to let me run. Still haven't told Feena how I feel. Definitely regret if I don't. If she's not at Monomi Hill Park, then I'll search until I find her. Feena. My voice gives out. I've already pushed my body to the limits. Where are you, Feena? Move my numb legs forward and climb up the stairs to the viewing platform. I usually bring the dogs here and run up these steps, but now my body aches with every step I take. I can't lose to my agony. Feena accepts my feelings. The difficulties that await us won't be this nice. Not even at the entrance of the hardships we'll face. A strong wind blows by. The shopping district gleams in the distance. Mitsurugasaki's coastline draws a beautiful arc before me. Furthermore, 7 to 8 meters away, stands Feena. Her skirt is hovering elegantly in the wind. Her shining figure absorbing the light of the moon seems very fragile. I'm left speechless for a few moments and stare at Feena. Is it really Feena? The usual dignified atmosphere that envelops her is gone. She's standing here as just a normal girl. Did I do this to Feena? I can't help but call out to her as I think that. Feena! Pained voice leaks out. Feena slowly turns around like a toy low on batteries. Feena slowly opens her eyes. The wind blows by. Feena's hair swirls about. It's like fresh snow against the night sky. Feena! Take a step forward. Feena turns her face away with a pained expression. Feena! Take another step. Feena doesn't look up.
来ないで。
A husky voice. Can't feel any strength behind her resistance. Take another step forward. I love you, Feena. Feena bites her lip. I love you. Slowly advance forward. I can touch Feena if I hold out my hand.
それ以上近づかないで。
She opens her mouth, still looking down.
それ以上近づかれたら私はダメになってしまう。
Feena wraps her slender arms around her body, squeezes herself as if trying to confine her feelings. But her arms are too slender, but surely her heart is seeping through them. I'm sure that Feena realizes it too. She bites her lip too hard, making it bleed. I know this isn't allowed.
なら逃げようとでも言うの？
No. Close final step and grasp Feena's arm. Her body twitches. We'll fight. Feena ponders this. I want to fight by your side. Even if the outcome is hopeless, I won't give up on fighting. My other hand wraps around Feena's waist.
ダメ。
Waist is surprisingly thin. She might break if I try to force.
達也やめて。
Pull Feena towards me.
戻れなくなってしまう。
Everything disappears. The world's completely blank. All sensation runs through my body. Feena's image slowly emerges. The distance between us becomes null. There we fucking go. Finally grew some balls on this man. I feel the soft sensation of her lips. A bated breath escapes from her mouth. Feena still hesitating. I feel her hand trying to push my chest, as though trying to separate us. Pull her towards me again with my arms around her waist. With my arm around her waist, I can feel her body heat rising. She lets out a sigh. Her sweetness gradually melts away my thoughts. Feena's hands are on my chest, tightly gripping my clothes. I feel to feel my emotions more strongly. I shake off her hesitation. Slide my hands down Feena's arms and entwine them with her fingers. I can feel her heat and perspiration even through her clothes. However, Feena's fingers don't respond to mine. Feena's lips separate and she draws in a breath.
達也、私は。
There's no hint of resistance in her voice. I know, you're a princess, right?
だから。
I sees Feena's lips again before she can finish. Grasp both of Feena's hands. Her hands are moist with sweat. Grasp her tightly, not leaving a single crevice. Feena's fingers slowly start to grip mine. She found a response to my feelings. My body feels even warmer. I don't want to hand Feena over to anyone. A heated impulse rises from within me. I'll fight. Confident I will. Letting go of Feena without a fight don't make me laugh. Feena's lips separate from mine. Her heels touch the ground and she looks at me. Gaze back into her deep green eyes. Feena?
達也、共に進みましょう。
Feena lays her cheek on my chest. I wrap my arms around Feena's delicate body. My hand through her silver hair and calmly wrap it around the back of her head. Our moist heat accumulates. Palm of my hand, I feel the certainty of Feena's existence. Let's go together. The moonlight glitters faintly on the riverside path. We walk in silence, hand in hand. I feel at peace as if I'm walking on water. The puzzle pieces I thought I'd lost softly come together. I feel that sensation every step of the way. I don't know how Feena feels right now. Glance beside me. This calm face, staring ahead. Has she been crying? There are traces of tears on her thin makeup. The girl has strived to become an excellent queen like her mother. Feena had shown a sorrowful look during dinner. When I think back, she must have been resisting crossing the final line with everything she had. Owlstone broke through that. But I won't apologize. I believe Feena actively chose to be in a relationship with me. Perhaps noticing my gaze, Feena turns my way.
どうしたの?
She asks with a gentle smile. Her face is beautiful, it puts me in a trance. Even if her makeup is disheveled, it complements her beauty. There's a strange feeling. I'm happy and I feel very much at peace.
私も同じだわ。何かとても静かで、あの川のよう。
I turn towards the river below. I'm not sure if it's the faint light of the crescent moon shining on the slow part of the current. Only the shallow portions cast a light like a glittering gem. It doesn't seem like a bad thing.
もちろんよ。
She grips my hand tightly. I also return her tight grip. Feena's body lurches over. I pull Feena's hand towards me in a panic and hold her. The heel of her shoe had broken off and rolled into the street. Are you okay?
でも靴が。
You ran really far, so it's no surprise.
すみません。
I wonder if she recalled how she ran away from me. Feena casts her eyes down in apology. It's fine, I've got you now. Put my strength into embracing Feena.
達也。
Feena blushes. What should we do now?
歩きます。
Feena takes off her other heel and goes barefoot.
こんな日くらいは裸足もいいものです。
She separates from
行
me.
きましょう。
Feena picks up her dropped shoe and continues to walk barefoot. Strangely, her honesty is cute. Brings a little smile to my face.
何がおかしいのです？
That you went and picked it up.
当たり前です。これも民の血税でできているのですから。
She replies sweetly.
失礼ですよ、達也。
Feena puffs out her cheeks and starts walking quickly. I'll try copying you then. Take off my shoes and step on the asphalt. Sense this faint warmth left over from daytime. Feel kinda happy as I trot after Feena. Fucking weird goobers. Walking around barefooted. Downstairs for breakfast. I suppose it's because of all the running I did last night. My joints are creaking more than usual. So I'm about to go downstairs. I hear the sound of a door opening. Morning.
おはよう、達也。
My face flushes first thing in the morning. Did you sleep well?
眠れたけど、筋肉痛になってしまったみたい。
Feena smiles with embarrassment. Mine too. Well, let's go eat breakfast.
え、
Morning.
おはようございます。
The other are just sitting at the table like... What the fuck have you done?
おはようございます、姫様、達也さん。
Mia smiles at us. Seems to be in a good mood.
おはよう。すぐ準備ができますから、お席でお待ちください。
Thanks. Where's Nason? Ask Mai as I sit down.
今日もお仕事だって。
See, she shares busy.
珍しく朝からシャキッとしてたから、大事な仕事みたいだね。
Oh no!
さやかが朝から。
Nason's sleeping face is a morning routine. She's only wide awake when she has an important meeting. Nason has it hard. What about you, Mai?
私は部活の友達と遊ぶ約束してるの。
Oh? Which means the only people at the house will be me, Feena, and Mia.
お兄ちゃんは何か用事あるの？
Not really, I'll be taking it easy at home. Stretch. My feet happened to hit Feena's knee, who was sitting opposite me.
姫様？
いえ、何でもありません。
She blushes and looks at me with a troubled expression. Sorry.
何？
Mia looks puzzled next to me. Nothing, really.
大丈夫？汗出てるけど。
Yeah, I'm completely fine.
ふん？
The expression tells me that she doesn't agree. My feet are being tickled. Could it be Feena? Look at Feena, but she appears to be feigning ignorance and watching me in the kitchen. Feena's this kind of sight to her. Can't lose. Decide to fight. Respond by extending my legs. She immediately goes on the defense. She stares at me with a sullen look. Tickle, tickle. She tickles me from a different direction this time. Extend my legs without yielding. She guards. A provocative smile rises to Feena's face. Like this, that, some of this. She guards against all of them. She has some great reflexes. No way. This, that, some of that.
お兄ちゃん何暴れてるの？
Ah!
すみません。はい？いえ。
Feena's as red as a lobster.
お兄ちゃん。
Feena has her eyes wide open. What?
どうされました？
Mia brings out the bacon and eggs.
何でもないわ。
Well, let's eat.
ええ。あ、ごちそうさま。はい。
Maya looks like she has food poisoning and leaves the dining room.
舞さん、どうかされたのでしょうか？
Like she's just going back to her room like, I didn't actually expect him to do that. I didn't actually expect him to go for it. This is panic. I wonder.
さあ。
Mia returns to the kitchen with a question mark on her face.
達也さん、お茶をどうぞ。
Mia hands me a cup of tea as we relax in the living room. Green tea is blended with the water. Thanks. I don't know why I set water that weirdly just now. A pleasant, cool and bitter taste spreads through my mouth. Transparent green color is refreshing to the eyes too.
達也さん、
What's up?
姫様とはお付き合いを始められたのですか？
If that really happened to you in my mouth, I surely would have spit it out. It would have been a big disaster if I'd spewed a strong-colored liquid onto the white living room furniture.
すみません、変なことを言って。
Oh, that's okay. But why do you ask?
姫様のご機嫌がよろしかったですし、それにお二人とも楽しそうなご様子でしたから。
Oh! But surprisingly, she's lived a fiend long enough to read her like a book. But how should I respond? I want to hide it, but they'll realize it sooner or later. I don't want to hide it, but they'll realize it sooner or later. But I think it would be best to consult with Feena first. Don't have that conversation with
そうで
Feena.
すか。
I should have disappointed. Would you have been happier if I was going out with her?
メイドの身でこのようなことを申し上げるのははばかられるのですが、達也さんのお話をされている時の姫様はとても楽しそうでした。それに以前仲直りをされてから姫様が 達也さんを期待しているように見えたものですから。
Mia squirms around as she says that. You think so?
ただ私は、姫様が喜ばれるお姿を拝見するのが一番嬉しいんです。本当にそれだけで、難しいことは何一つわからないのですが。
Mia's already bright red as she finishes talking. It's as if she was speaking of someone of the opposite sex whom she had a crush on. You really do trust your Feena, don't you, Mia?
姫様が立派な女王様になられるよう、少しでもお力になれれば、それで幸せです。
Mia's expression suddenly changes and says that confidently. She's single-minded when it comes to Feena. Mia may serve Feena, but she really treasures her. Since that she's not putting on a facade. There are many people who think this strongly and purely about others. You can see that Mia is a far greater person than her small, thin body might suggest. I repressed Mia. Pat Mia's head.
申し上げたことは、絶対に内緒にしてくださいね。
Sure. I feel really embarrassed that I'm hiding something myself when I look at Mia. I'll also be honest with you since you've told me a lot.
はい。
Feena and I are a couple. Come to think of it, we didn't talk about whether we are a couple
姫
or not.
様と、どうされたんですか？
Mia gulps. Well, we've only exchanged our feelings.
それは。
Mia broke.
ご結婚はいつになるのですか？
What? The wedding! I think she's taking it too far. No way, we're not getting married yet.
ですが、王女様とお付き合いされてから別れるなど、前例がありません。そのような侮辱を受けましては、姫様にお仕えする者として、黙っているわけには参りません。
Wow. Mia's staring absentmindly at the ceiling. What's she doing? Is she imagining
姫
a
様
coronation?
がお召しになるドレスをお作りしたいものです。
It makes me think for an instant that she's dreaming. However, if I think about it, what Mina's saying isn't strange.
ミア、大きな声を出して何かあったの？
姫様、この度は、
Hey. Cover Mia's mouth in a hurry. Hold on, Mia. Could you not talk about this? Tell Mia this with a flushed face. Mia nods.
どうしたの？達也。
Well, I told her about us.
達也。
Feena furrows her brow and lets out a deep sigh.
ミア。このことは一切口外無用です。たとえカレンにであっても、話すことは許しません。
He says this sharply.
かしこまりました。
Mia is slightly in awe as she sits up
ミ
straight.
ナイは追って私から説明します。それまで待ってもらえる？
He says it kindly this time.
いい子ね。下がってよいわ。
失礼いたします。
Mia bows deeply and leaves the living room briskly. She does this while moving her right hand and right leg simultaneously, though.
達也、困るわ。
Feena lets out a sigh and sits down on the sofa. Sorry.
私たちはそう簡単な関係ではないのよ。分かっていると思っていいのね。
Feena's gaze shoots through me. A look that pierces my head. Can't move one bit. She's striking long nails through my hands and feet. Her insight is on a different level. Sure. Feena continues to stare at me as if discerning the authenticity of my words. Sweat rolls down my back.
いいわ。今後注意して。
I will. She releases her gaze.
気分転換に家を出てみない？
She suddenly puts on a clear smile. Huh.
私とでは不服かしら？
No, I'd be happy to.
さ
Feena
あ、
smiles.
では準備をして30分後にここを出ましょう。
Roger. Feena gets up after hearing my response. I watch her, unable to move. This means, she definitely has me whipped. Yeah, no, there's this, yeah.
今日はいい天気ね。
No, there is no denying that. That's basically what it felt like. I'm gonna cut it short here. My god. The earlier segment has stressed the fuck out of me. I need a break. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. See you next time. Bye-bye.